bespoke radio for the masses.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
If the game is rigged, change the game. Game changer.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
This is Fade to Black with your host, Jimmy Church, on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
I need your help to get to the year 1985.
You're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Good evening. Fade to Black. Bespoke radio for the masses. Today's Thursday, October 10th, 2019. "284 days into the new year, just 81 days left." We are live from a bunker somewhere in the middle of beautiful downtown Burbank, California, and I would like to welcome everybody listening all around the world, all across the United States. Hither and thither, to and fro, back and forth, up and down, east and west, north and south, far and near. This is Fade to Black for KJCR, the Game Changer Network, and KGRA, the Planet. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. What is cracking, everybody? How you doing? It's Thursday night. It is Fader night. Open lines all night long. That's right. Tomorrow, I'm off. I get to sleep in because, we're going to party tonight. And Sunday, I'm over at Coast to Coast AM. And my guests are Scott Wolter and Jason Quitt. How cool is that? And I'll be over at Coast discussing Scott's new book. It was just released. It is called Cryptic Code of the Templars in America. There it is. It just arrived in the mail. Check it out. So Scott signed it, and he says, to Jimmy, thank you for your friendship and support, and I hope that this free book will get me on the radio soon. Your friend, Scott Wolter. So there you go. See, that's how you get on Fade to Black. You send free books. It's Thursday night, Fader night, 747-228-2051. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? Radio.
What's going on, guys?
Radio check. Remember, we are live on the radio. Right now.
Oh, okay.
Right now. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. JR, who's on the line?
So,
who's on the line with you?
Well, JR just passed me the phone, so right now it's just me, Kelvis.
Okay, Kelvis, how are you, man?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Hey, you sound like you've done radio before.
No, none at all. First time.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Okay, so JR...
You didn't even listen, Jimmy.
Okay, you got it.
I am.
Kelvis, JR called in about a half hour ago and told us about the conversation that you guys had. And I said, you know what? Would it be cool if maybe one day you could reach out to him and have him come on the show and tell us about it? He said, hey, he's going to be here in a few minutes. So here we are. The audience has just listened to JR, and now you're on the show with us. So rather than repeat what JR said, I would like to hear straight from you. He said that you were in the Coast Guard in 2003,
yep.
Right?
Yeah. So I was in the Coast Guard from 1996
and I was discharged in 2004.
2004. Okay, so
Yeah.
what happened? What happened back in 2003?
So what I was telling JR actually started a little earlier than 2003. So I could remember as early as 2000, and we the Coast Guard, we started doing something different where we started doing joint operations with other branches of the military. So I was part of the JROC team, and I do remember on one of my missions, we were doing this training mission, a co-op with the Navy, and we were off the coast of California, like probably 180 miles west of Catalina Island. I can tell you guys the actual, what we call the location, but out there, we would do some drills and stuff like that. And back then, I was a navigator. I was a navigator specialist, and my job was to watch the radar and see what do we see. Part of my job is that we look at the radar, we look at the weapon systems, and we assist all branches. And I remember we're out there looking, and I couldn't see anything. My commanding officers were like, "You sure you're not seeing anything? Because there's something out there." And I was like, "Nope." So I remember going up on the deck with binoculars, and they were like, "Yeah, look all the way up." And when I looked up, I saw this object literally falling, and it was going so fast that it looked like a pill. It could look like a pill, right? Because it was giving trails, it was giving tracers, and this is broad daylight, and I was like, "What is that?" And as it was descending, it was coming down so fast that we couldn't see. And then all I heard it hovering right by the water.
How
so
far?
Then I was what?
Okay, Kelvin, how far from you was this object?
This probably was maybe between 3 to 5 miles away from us.
Okay, so that's close enough on the open ocean to hear something. I got you. Okay,
absolutely.
So
we could hear it, we could see it, and it was fast. I mean, the stuff that it was doing, it was really, really fast. Like, I could totally see how people would think it's UFO or anything of that nature. It was small compared to what we normally see.
Right.
When we see like different type of missiles, like Trident 3 or any kind of Scud missiles, it's very large. It's almost like the size of a car. Well, this thing was like, I don't know, like maybe about no bigger than 3 foot. And we couldn't see it in radar. We actually got visual. And then later on, after the mission was success, I go, "What was this?" And then, because I cannot tell you guys the name, it was a type of missile. It was for lack of a better word, it was a Scud missile that the government was testing, dropping it out of a real fast plane. And yeah, it was an SR-71, a modified SR-71 would drop these projectiles, and we would just scan it, see what kind of data we could get. Yeah, it was way up there. 80,000 feet, and that's what it was. It was a type of missile, and what it was doing, I mean, it was literally being remote controlled from somewhere, and the stuff that it was doing was pretty amazing. I mean,
when you say what it was doing. Okay, let me ask you a couple of questions because I want to know what it was doing. Did it stop? Did it enter the water, or did it stop above the water?
It stopped right above the water. It did not enter. It would stop right above the water. It could hover, and then it could take off like if it had boosters, like if it had a second type of rocket in it. And it would just take off. I mean, the speed was incredible. I mean, Mach 1, Mach 2 was nothing compared to what this thing could do.
What
it
color?
could go anywhere from Mach 3.
Yeah. What color was it?
6.
What color was it?
Okay, so when it was hovering, hovering, it kind of looked grayish, kind of like what a typical Navy ship looks like. But when it's traveling and it's going so fast, it looks white. It looks white, and during the day you can't really see the traces or anything that it does. But at night, it looked like a UFO.
Right.
So I could tell you. So I could tell you guys. I mean, because we didn't know what it was at first. We were speculating. We're like, okay, this must be some sort of an unmanned drone or something like that. Because I mean, and keep in mind, guys, this is 2003. None of this technology was available, and we were just like, what is this? And yeah.
Did you guys talk about it amongst yourselves?
Yeah. We talked about it amongst ourselves because we're like, okay, how can we detect it? How can we prepare ourselves to see it?
Right.
And keep in mind, these testing went on for like a couple of weeks, day and night, and it was so fast that radars couldn't detect it. We do have systems that I guess can monitor. They could see what it was doing, but none of us had access to that. Like they were just wanting to see like how can we defend ourselves against something like that? Like how can we detect it? And and we all were communicating amongst each other, sharing our systems, because we do have a shared system and a shared weapon system that we share amongst each other, and just observing the chatter going back and forth. Like I could tell the confusion and chaos, and I knew it was top secret because one thing that was revealed to me is that the plane that was deploying these missiles came from SR-71.
So
and I'm like, okay, the SR-71 is a retired, it's a retired plane that only these days only the CIA have access to. Blah blah blah.
Right.
So so we knew it was probably some real top secret stuff. And keep in mind also 2003 was wartime. We were in the middle of a war with Iraq and Afghanistan. So.
Did they scramble?
I knew,
right. Let me jump in, Kelvis. Did they scramble any jets? Did the Navy have F-18s up in the air?
I remember because what we were doing when we were doing it with the Navy, it was no aircraft carriers involved. It was just our cutters and a couple of destroyers, a couple of battleships. But I do remember on the very last day of our training mission that I saw the chatter that there was an aircraft carrier out there, and that they were doing some sort of training with it, and I did hear it on the chatter that the F-18s could not spot this object, and they had a code name for it, and I kind of, based on the code name, I kind of knew what they were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But I did remember some of pilots saying like, hey, yeah, we're testing some alien technology, and I would just kind of laugh at it and I'd be like, no, it's not. This is some new missiles that we're working on.
We're testing alien technology.
Right.
Did anybody pick this up on their radar? You did not, right? And you were a radar operator, so you didn't pick it up. Did anybody else pick it up on radar?
Nope, not that I'm aware of. None at all.
Are you? Do you have any kind of oath or secrecy that you're breaking in talking about this, or is this okay to talk about? I don't want you to get in any trouble.
This is okay. Yeah, this is okay to talk about because, like I said, like all the stuff that I saw and I experienced, it was from a training perspective. It was our training missions that we did. Preparing ourselves when we got deployed out to Iraq or Afghanistan. Mm-hmm. So, I would not talk about, stuff that happened during active duty, out there in the war, but I could talk about stuff that happened in training. That's not a problem.
Now, what about reports? Did they have you describe what you saw? Did you do any type, did they gather everybody up for a debriefing to see your reactions?
No, just, the exercise was the real deal. Like, we were on high alert. We didn't get much briefing. They were just like, be out on the lookout for enemy bogeys and stuff like that.
Right.
So nothing that is out of the norm. No, I did not do any reporting because, like I said, I didn't see anything in my weapon system or my navigation system, so there was nothing for me to report. The only report that I did is to confirm that we saw what we saw when we were up on deck, and we saw the Scud missile hovering. That was about it.
Now, why would you call it a Scud missile? Scud is, why would you use the word Scud?
I call it because it does have a code name, and I cannot reveal the code name. But the reason why I say Scud missile is because later on I did find out that this can be launched from air, from the sea. So it has it could be launched from multiple type of system.
Right.
And the other similar missile that could do the same thing is a Scud missile.
Now, what I want you to do, my email, and I'm easy to get a hold of. It's Jimmy@jimmychurchradio.com. What I would like for you to do, and JR knows how to get a hold of me. But
happy birthday, Jimmy.
Oh, thank you, Kelvis. And by the way, Kelvis is the coolest name I've ever heard.
Thank you.
I want you to email me that secret name. Okay, just put it in an email because I have friends, right? And I just want to just send it to me, and we'll keep it private. Okay?
All right.
I promise.
I got your word.
I promise you right now on the air in front of friends and family that I won't expose anything. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
Hey, man, enjoy and thank JR for me.
Not a problem. I sure will.
All right, man.
Yeah, he owes me big.
Enjoy, I owe you big time. And when you email me, and I want you to do that, then I'll write you back, and I'll send you some Fade to Black gear. I'll send you a hat and a shirt, and I'll send something for JR, too, as well. Okay?
Okay.
All right?
Sounds like a plan.
Now, if I send you a shirt and hat, will you wear it?
I'll wear it.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, Kelvis.
Absolutely. You too. Thank you guys for hearing me out.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. Great phone call, and thank you for having the courage to call in and share that with us.
All right. Not a problem. My pleasure, guys.
I'll talk to you.
Okay.
See you, JR.
All right.
All right, man. Good night, guys.
Bye.
Wow. There you go. Okay? There you go. That now, could it be? And what's interesting here is, aside from the size of the object, he was describing the Tic-Tac event off of the coast of California. That's what he just described. That it was dropped out of an SR-71 and came straight down and then hovered above the water and then shot off like a bullet, and you couldn't even see it. That Mach 1 or Mach 2, I'm quoting him, Mach 1 or Mach 2 was nothing compared to what he saw. Interesting. Wow. Okay. All right. I'm going to, there's my birthday present. This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black on the Game Changer Network and KGRA The Planet. It is Thursday night. It is Fader night. I need to take a break right here. I'm going to do that and come back, and we're going to continue with these phone calls. 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. I'll be right back after this short break.